So this video is kind of different from what I've been posting recently, and I think this is kind of sparked because a lot of people I know have been talking about one, why use ChatGPT when you can just Google things, and on the other end, people are becoming sort of anti-AI in the sense that people are outsourcing their thinking, and I think that's a huge thing to talk about, and I think it's relevant to an Anthropic research paper that was put out actually yesterday now, and it talks about how AI impacts skill formation. Essentially, they had two different groups of people. They had them initially start with a code practice assessment, and this was done without AI. Then one group uses AI, one doesn't, to complete a task, and then at the end, they're all taking a quiz without AI. And the goal is essentially to assess, okay, who does better on the quiz and why. And so they found that the high scoring patterns for these groups, the groups that actually performed better on the quiz scores, despite using AI, is that they would use these LLMs to, one, actually comprehend things while generating responses. Two, they would ask for explanations of the code that was generated. And then three, they would ask conceptual questions, and then that would guide them to manually code things. And I think this is like especially relevant because nowadays, especially as software engineers, we're kind of moving to an era of just managing agents and just having good engineering patterns and principles in mind. And so especially when it comes to learning new softwares, the biggest thing that's going to drive your growth, your ability to improve as a developer, and then this kind of generalizes in general to every domain, because at some point AI is going to make its way to every domain. I think that's inevitable, and I think preparing for that and then mentally prepping for that is important. But one thing that is crucial, I think, is curating a sense of what you are curious for and then following that in your learning process. There are certain things that I want to know, I want to learn, and I will make sure to prompt the LLM to kind of teach me or help me understand, because I just want to know this thing. And I think the curiosity, what feels like play to me, may not feel like play to others, but to me, I'm like, okay, this feels important. I want to know it at a deep level. And it isn't sufficient to just have the LLM generate things and then that be my base level of understanding, because at the end of the day, you're not learning. It's kind of like reading a textbook for the first time, feeling like you have learned something, but when somebody asks you a question, you can't answer it. I think this kind of ties back to how people, the best way to learn in school is to test yourself. You want to constantly test yourself, take practice tests, ask yourself practice questions to actually see whether you understand something fundamentally, because rote memorization is one thing, but actually understanding a concept is another. And so I think a huge part of not outsourcing your thinking is, one, writing more often to actually understand how you think, why you think things, because at the end of the day, that's the kind of only way to surface whether you have original thoughts and to explore what your original thoughts are. I think two is just making sure that you aren't outsourcing the things that you really want to know and want to learn. Like, those are the things that you want to keep close to you. And so I think curiosity guiding you to a better understanding is the best way to learning. And there's this Naval like quote slash clip. And he kind of talks about this like across many different interviews or whatever, but I think it's like something that stuck with me, where you want to find something that feels like play to you but looks like work to other people. It's art for you, it's joy for you, and it's fulfilling for you, but for other people it may not seem that interesting. And I think this is easy to tell because when you talk to people about something, you may realize they may not feel as super excited about it as you, and that's kind of a sign that, hey, this is something that I care about. And the only real way to escape competition in the future, especially now with LLMs being able to do everything really, like, is authenticity, right? Even just me making this video, at some point, people will not believe that I made this video. People will believe that I just had my Gemini or AI generator create an avatar for me to post this video. But right now, the edge in this case is authenticity, which is an actual video, me talking to people rather than just text. So these are the kind of things that you want to make sure you're looking out for and being aware of. But overall, this like Anthropic research paper was interesting to me. I just thought I wanted to get on here and talk about it. Just felt cool. But something I've been thinking about a lot. But yeah, that's all.